Hello, this is the byungjoo. I'm gonna start my final presentation with guided wave and fiber optics. Here is the question in the final presentation. I select the second papers and I discuss more detailedly this kind of the issue. Dispersion, chromatic dispersion coefficient is the summation of the three factors. One thing is the materials dispersion coefficient. The formulation is like this. The right is the little bit broad spectrum. Define delta lambda like this, and if we incomes light is the propagated these fibers, the signal is the spread because of the different wavelengths, and it will be different the speed in the optical fiber. And one thing is the waveguide dispersion coefficient in the related in the structure of the optical fiber. This is the D is the materials dispersion, and this dashed line is the waveguide dispersion coefficient. This is the related on the fiber design, so we can make this kind of the non-zero zero dispersion shift using this kind of the waveguide dispersion coefficient. And this line is the standard single mode fibers, and in the communication region, it quite a positive the dispersion coefficient like this. But we can control the waveguide dispersions and the materials like this. The chromatic dispersion it will be shifted like this. And one thing is the dispersion compensating, which is the adding one dispersion compensating fiber is like this. If the transmission fibers, the dispersion is increasing, we can adding fibers dispersion compensating fibers like this, and we can make just a flat form the dispersion like this. So this is the formulation of the compensating dispersions. And one thing is the attenuation optical fibers. If the propagated in the media, the electrical power is decreased. So this is the attenuation coefficient alpha, and here is the attenuation of the optical fiber. This peak is the OH minus because of the water peak, and this the 50-50 nanometer is the more lowest propagation attenuation is in here, and this is the infrared absorption is like this. And if we remove the OH minus, we can make a O band and a E band and a S band, C band and a L band window in the very wide wavelengths. We can make a communication system using optical fiber. And one thing is the mode field diameters called MFD. If we considering this electrical field like this exponentially, and we can define some width in here in the e to the 1, and we can define some kind of the definition is in here. And I select the second paper's name is over here, and they design the optical fiber structures like this. So this is the condition of the refractive index, and this is the specific data they choose. The daters is the A, and R1, R2, R3, R4, and delta, and alpha like this. So here is the structure, and they also simulated the reflective effective area and chromatic dispersions by profile parameters alpha, and this is the dispersions, the operating wavelengths like this, and dispersion is increasing if the wavelength is increasing. And they also considering the different structural fibers. Type A is shaped like this, and type B fiber is like this. And they analyze the bending loss per effective area, and mode feed diameters, and splice loss like this. And they change the relative noise in the refractive index profile versus the effective area, and bending loss, and variation of the dispersions. And they also calculated the variation of the core radius, and effective area, and bending loss, and variation of the dispersions like this. So this process is to optimize the optical fiber structures, and make good qualities and good dispersions, or control the birefringence and polarizations as well. So I'm gonna show you more practical examples. I searching the SORAP, and I found non-zero the dispersion shift fibers. And as we know, the dispersion, chromatic dispersion, is a summation of the the materials dispersion and waveguide dispersion summation. And this kind of the fiber application is the telecommunication and dispersion management, the optical link design, and wavelength division multiplexing. And here is the feature, and here is the specification of the optical fiber. Dispersion at the 50-50 nanometers is the -4, and operating wavelength is the C-band. They optimize these wavelengths, and mode feed diameters is the 5.55 and 8.5 and 9.60 micrometer, and the effective area is the 65 micron square, and cladding and coating diameters like this. So the point is that if we design the optical fibers, and we can control the zero dispersion at our wanted wavelengths is like this, and this, and this. So we can shift the our wanted wavelengths is by controlling this waveguide dispersions like this. So it is quite important things. We can design the optical fiber and optical system. So here is the my presentation, and thank you for your watching, and have a good day. Thank you.